And what actions by a woman can kill a man's interest in her?
Even if a woman doesn't say to a man, I despise you, or I hold a grudge against you, or I don't see you as a real man with a capital M. So even if a woman doesn't say these things, a man can still feel it when he's around her if that's how she truly feels inside. Because when I do consultations, sometimes women tell me things like, I've never in my life told him that I despise him or that I blame him or anything like that. I say, yes, but for the last 20 minutes, you've been explaining to me exactly how and why you despise him. Don't you think he can feel your inner attitude? And so, one of the very first and most important reasons why a man might lose interest in you is when he senses coldness from you on the inside. In other words, he feels a certain judgment. He feels that she despises me. She already has this slight sense of disgust. You can even see it in her eyes. So, these things make a man shut down, distance himself, and get involved in other things. And so, if we're talking about, for example, not doing these kinds of things, right? In other words, if you don't want to harm your marriage with your own hands, you need to understand that criticism, complaints, resentment, and all those things will affect your relationship, even if you don't say them out loud. Just having them inside you will still affect everything. And so, if you treat your loved one like an enemy, if you think, he doesn't understand me, he doesn't listen to me, he used to be gentle, attentive, and kind, but now he's become cold and closed off, but he still has to do this, this, and this. So, when a woman's heart is filled with these kinds of thoughts, and she's constantly stuck in all of this, and her expectations keep running up against the fact that her husband doesn't match the picture of a family she had in her mind, then every time she'll feel this pain, she'll feel this sort of contempt for him. And this will affect things so that on his end, he'll try as hard as he can to get away from her.